When you got nothing better to do, it's time to get hanging with the Hurs.
I don't pay attention to the news much, let alone the weather, so it is a pleasant surprise when it's nice and cloudy. I know I talk about the weather a lot, but I love clouds. I do. It's nice and cool out right now. There's Winston. Get to it, bud. Do your business. Well, little fun facts about me. I used to collect stamps. I used to collect coins. Still kind of collect coins here and there. One of my oldest coins was, I think it was an 1891 Indian head penny, I think. I think I had an 1810 something, but I'm not sure. I remember what that was. If it was a silver piece or what it was, and if it was US or where it was from. As far as drawing, going back to the drawing, drew something for my grandfather in high school. It was a self-portrait of him, not self-portrait, but portrait of him, I should say. It was from a photograph of him when he was probably 5 or 6. He was a young guy, black and white photo. He had overalls and whatnot, and I did that for a project in high school, and it's like a 10 by 17, something like that. And he's, as far as I know, he's still got it framed and above his television, so wherever they move, it goes with them, and he's got it framed above the hearth of his home. So it makes me really proud that he still kept that and still has that. But yeah, I can draw on pretty much anything that I have a reference of. I have a little bit of my own style of drawing things. Of course, it's been a few years, so I need to start practicing again, and I've got a few other influences. Michael Turner's one of my favorites. He passed away a few years back. He actually helped me get through my time when I was on my mission in Brazil. I didn't realize it, but I was going through some culture shock, and the biggest thing for me was that my family dynamic wasn't too great. Parents were going through, they were separated. I can't remember if they were going through the divorce or if things were being procrastinated on, but long story short, nobody was writing me while I was in Brazil or informing me of what was going on. They thought they were doing me a favor by not burdening me with those things, and with dang flies. The stress of it all was not good, and it really got me sick, psychologically stressed, just really bummed me out. But anyways, I found a comic book in Brazil, and I think that was when I first discovered Michael Turner. I may have seen or had acquired some of his work, earlier work when he was working for Top Cow and some other companies before my mission, but the one instance, and I'm thinking it's probably my introduction, was in Brazil. So long story short, Witchblade, if you've ever seen there's a television series at one point. I picked up the first issue of Witchblade, the comic book, while I was down there, and I for whatever reason, it really gave me something to focus on and pull my thoughts away from my family and all that drama. And I think I collected, it was like a series 8 comic book, series of 8 comics, and I got all but one of them. I forget which one it was. Hopefully I still have that with the move and everything else. I'm not sure what I have left. I think I've got all my comics, thank God. Sentimental value and whatnot. Some of them I'll probably see if I can sell them at a comic store. But anyways, yeah, Witchblade really got me through. Violator was another one. Kind of funny stuff for a missionary to have gore and all that kind of gore and hot chicks for a missionary. Because it was a comic book, I think it wasn't really looked down upon. It was only my companion that really knew, and since it was not a big deal to them, I don't think it was a big deal to anyone really. But again, it was something that helped me get through, and when Michael passed, that was really tough news for me. It was almost like losing a friend or even a family member. Plenty of tears on that day when I found out. But when it comes to comics, I like all sorts of styles, but if you've ever seen his style, it's pretty much other artists that have a similar style to his. Top Cow, Image. I think Image was one of the first comics that I ever collected. I think it was either X-Men or Gen 13. One of my other favorites is Dark Horse Comics, the Aliens and the Alien vs. Predator and the Predator series. I collected those pretty religiously when I was younger. I still have all those. Necromancer. There's a few other different. I'm trying to think of what else. Fathom, of course. Most of the Aspen stuff I've picked up at least an issue or two. I never really did. I was never since my adulthood. I've not really been as religious as I was when I was a teenager. Of course, we're a little bit more obsessed and fanatic, more focused, as it were, when we're younger. When it comes to stuff like that. But I never really read the comic books so much as I enjoyed them for the artwork. And of course, since I've gotten into my adult years, I've read more of those comic books and enjoyed them just as much. So, Iron and the Maiden. I wish they would do more Iron and the Maiden. Aspen. Come on, Aspen. Iron and the Maiden. Bring that back. I know that there's another one or two that I've been waiting on. I don't. Was it Echo? Or I'm trying to remember what happened with that series. I don't remember if I read the details on if that one was just a single issue or what happened with it. But anyways, so I won't bore you with any more titles. But if you're into comics, you know what I'm talking about. Also like playing games. He's not a friend anymore. I won't even mention his name, but a guy introduced me to gaming, 5-6 years ago, maybe less than that. The Orange Box, if you know what that is, had a few games included in it: Left 4 Dead and Team Fortress 2, and I think Half-Life. Team Fortress 2 is my game of choice at the moment. I've got a few others, of course. I've got Portal, and I've got Aliens vs. Predators, but I have yet to play that one to date. I've purchased it, have it installed, but I don't play it. From what I understand, all the servers are pretty dead these days anyways. Not a popular game. So I thought that one was cool when I heard about it the first time, where you could actually play either an alien, a predator, or a marine. So you actually had 3 different kinds of characters that you could play, let alone the classes of players in each category. I've got a gaming channel. It's like you can I'll have a little pop-up, a little annotation, as well as just in the description. You can check out that channel. I've only got my introductory video on it. I need to start adding some of my gameplay on there, editing that stuff, and see if I can start building up a following there. I tried building a following in the past, and I didn't have the time to focus on it, and what time I put into it didn't generate a whole lot of interest. It's like we had our own server at one point, and we'll bring that back eventually, but that'll be when we have the funds and the interest behind it. Otherwise, it's just a waste of money. So anyways, you have a good one, and I'll see you on the next vid. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Now, don't you forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it all with your friends. Until next time, hanging with the Hurs.